Hey guys, and CS Fan 001 here, walking the road to my 361st Platinum Trophy. Today's game is Far Cry New Dawn, the latest game in the Far Cry franchise. This is technically a spin-off game. It is not a... It's technically like a narrative sequel to Far Cry 5 and also sort of a standalone. There we go. That took a few more shots than I was expecting. I'm kind of surprised it missed as many times as it did. And the Conqueror Trophy. So, I actually really liked this game. I think this is one of my favorite Far Cry games. I know that this is going to be kind of a divisive opinion because a lot of people don't like this game and a fair number of people do like the game. But if you look at my general progression, I played definitely more than I had to. I went and got every single challenge done. I've cleared out over half the locations. Did everything else, did all the treasure hunts, which you don't necessarily have to do. You do have to do all the expeditions and stuff. But I did actually really like this game, and it's definitely one of my favorites in the series. It actually ended up not being as hard as I was initially thinking it might be. I thought it might be a little bit harder than a typical Far Cry game, but it's really not. It's right around that typical 3 out of 10, 15 to 20 hours, depending on how much extra stuff you do. So, those trophies are all story-related and unmissable, as are these 4 trophies. So those first 9 trophies are all story-related and unmissable, which is nice. Then we have a trophy for the expeditions. We'll get more into that later, but that's pretty much unmissable. This trophy is actually apparently missable. If you buy all of the intel maps from the cartographer, these scouts will disappear. So get this done very early in the game and you'll be in the clear for the rest of it. This one's very easy. This one's very easy. Scavenge any one outpost. You'll have to scavenge them all a couple times anyway. This one is story related. This one is, I mean, it takes 5 minutes. It's not difficult. It's just a little extra thing to be on the lookout for. This one's pretty easy. This one's pretty easy. This one I actually initially thought could possibly be missable just because there's a limited number of safes in the game. At least I thought there was, but I think that they respawn whenever you restart an expedition or something for the expeditions that do have them, so you should be fine, and it's very unlikely you miss this regardless. Get all the guns for hire. There's 8 of them. I would say that Nana, Herc, Gina, and Timber are definitely the 4 best, while Jerome and Horatio are next tier after that, and then Carmina and the Judge, the 2 that you get through the story, and very ironically the Judge at that. You'll know that when you play through the game. Very ironically, those are the 2 worst followers in the game, so yeah, that's a bit interesting. At least they were, in my opinion. Very easy. This one is unmissable while trying to get all the animals. This is on one of the specific expeditions, but it's very easy. These are your 2 main types of collectibles. There's 9 photographs and 10 MP3 players. Nothing too difficult there. Just collect them with a guide. Build all the upgrades actually is not very grindy since you have to take out all the outposts at least 3 times each. Collect every type of animal skin. There's 25 of them. A couple of them are expedition specific, but most of them are pretty easy. A few of them may take a few tries to get them to spawn. The expeditions on rank 3 turned out to be a lot easier than I thought. Not very many of them are difficult. I'd say probably the most difficult one for me was Alcatraz Island, just because it's so close quarters. That one definitely gave me the most trouble out of all of them. The others were all pretty easy, and I never died more than maybe once on any of the others on level 3. And by the way, this was all done on the medium difficulty. This wasn't even done on the easy difficulty. So that just does say that the game is not really that hard. This one I thought was actually going to end up giving me some trouble as well, but it turned out to not be all that difficult. I got it within like 2 or 3 tries once I sort of had a good strategy going for the signal point outpost. This one's easy. This one's easy. There's only 6 types of fish, so that's easy. Guns for hire, easy. You got 1 co-op trophy, complete any 3 expeditions on any difficulty with a co-op partner, very easy. There's also 1 co-op challenge that requires you to liberate a single outpost with a partner. Then this one's pretty much unmissable. This one's basically unmissable. This one is, you might not think about doing it, but it's still easy. This one's easy. This is one that like everyone was saving for last out there on YouTube, and I didn't. But I could have. It was like my next to last, but I didn't want to be the same as everyone else. This one's pretty easy. If you use the saw launcher a lot, you'll probably get it naturally. This one's pretty much unmissable. This one is kind of buggy. Like, I did it multiple times and it didn't work. It eventually worked on a level 3 purple tiered enemy. This one actually also gave me a lot of trouble. I didn't think it was going to be that hard just because the takedown controls don't always work as well as they should. Like, they don't always... It doesn't always give you the chance to do the Eden's Touch melee attack that refills some of your Wrath meter, because that was the only way I could manage to get it to work. This one's pretty easy. This one's pretty easy. This is, of course, the last trophy I got. It's actually quite easy because you don't have to get a headshot this time like you did in a lot of the other games that have this obligatory type of trophy. And it made me think, actually, this is maybe the first Far Cry game I can remember, except maybe Far Cry Classic, that doesn't have a distract a certain number of enemies by throwing rocks. Kind of surprising that they got that trophy out. An Enforcer with a Bayonet, that one took a few tries. That one gets a little bit harder later in the game because your weapons do... Because when you have the Eden's Touch abilities, it makes it a little bit harder to perform certain takedowns. And this one's also very easy. So, overall, the game's maybe a 3 out of 10. It could probably be even easier if you're playing on an easier difficulty or with a co-op partner, because like I said, I played through on normal. It takes around... You can do it in 15 hours if you're not doing any of the other extra stuff like I did. But like I said, I really liked the game. So, level 63, 92%, 15,858 total trophies, 361 platinums, 1,996 golds, 4,009 silvers, 9,492 bronzes. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you for the next one.